The first Switch headset has been revealed, but is this a Switch screw-up? What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Jake and Gabe are here, and we're discussing the reveal of the first Switch headset from Hori and the convoluted way in which you make this thing work. So reference the picture on your screen. This is a headset that is tied directly into Splatoon 2 and is going to have to plug directly into your phone and your Switch.
Not great.
It's ugly, but it's like necessary since they went with the smartphone app for their chat. So, I mean,
it definitely is necessary based on the style of online that they have chosen to go with. I just think that when you see it in action, it makes people very, very sad. Like
you're gonna have a lot of cords sitting on your lap while you're playing.
Conceptually, it's like, oh, a phone app, and let's quote Reggie directly, said, instead of having some sort of bulky gamer headset, you'll be able to do it right off your smartphone, putting your earbuds that you use for your standard mobile phone. We think that's a pretty sweet solution. That's part of the overall opportunity that we see in a subscription service. And then you see this image, and you're like, okay, so I have to have my headset go into a splitter that goes into my phone and into my Switch.
To be fair, you could do what Reggie said and just plug in your phone with your Apple headphones or whatever on your mic, and then have the game audio playing through your TV or out loud on your Switch. You don't have to have this super convoluted setup.
Yes,
but before this headset, you do.
Well, the issue is, why is it so much more complicated than the other platforms? But I guess it's inherent with the phone app. So if you think about it, like you said, very simplistically, okay, totally doable, not a big deal. But in comparison to what we've come to expect from other online services where everything is integrated, you see this diagram and you're like, good God, what is Nintendo doing?
Zach, maybe you can speak to this, but am I incorrect in remembering that this is kind of what Astro headsets used to be like, right?
Yes.
They had this weird thing. You had to plug it into your controller. So it was similar to this. It's not like this is totally a brand new really messed up thing Nintendo's done. It's just no longer elegant for 2017. Everybody uses Bluetooth. Why can't we just use Bluetooth? That would be great, right?
Well, I think where this becomes really confusing too is, okay, say you are playing docked, your phone and in a way kind of you have to all be close to it. I would rather my dock be all the way over here, and then me and my phone be near me. But based on this picture, it sure looks like the phone and the Switch have to be quite close, which is bothersome.
And it says that the cords are only half a meter long, which is basically a foot and a half.
Yeah,
so you have to be
terrible.
A few feet away from your dock, which means you're a few feet away from your TV screen, just a little bit.
Now, I will give them mega bonus points for making the splitter a squid.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I mean, it's like an arrow. It's not really a
and
squid.
I do like the fact that they I don't know about the functionality of these headphones, but I do like that they are using some of Splatoon's style and some of the clothing options and trying to create them in the real world. I think that is actually really fun.
Sure, but let's not get it twisted. This is an ugly looking headset.
It reminds me of the old street style headphones that were cool 15 years ago. My fear is that they look good on Squid Kids or Inklings, but
yeah, Zach, I know you personally. I know Jake personally. Neither one of you is going to wear this thing regularly. That's not a thing. No.
But
they better be super tight,
I don't like
too,
over
to be able to hold
it heats
on
up my
your
head too much.
Zach, you wouldn't wear this. Zach, you wouldn't be caught dead wearing this in public.
Gabe,
maybe this is my new style.
If these came out before E3, Gabe, you would see me wearing these all the time at E3. Around my neck, I'd just be rocking these everywhere. Especially because they have indeterminable language on the side that nobody can decipher.
It's Splatoon language.
I know, but nobody knows what the heck it says.
It looks like fossil.
I think at the very least we can say this has gotten a lukewarm reception. There are many pages on NeoGAF.
I think lukewarm is giving this thing way too much temperature.
Okay, I'm being nice.
Ice cold.
People do not like this. I can say I don't like it, but the perspective I wanted to bring in a little bit is for people that are a little bit older, and I understand for maybe younger people this might not apply, but when I play video games with my friends, we play on Discord, and I use the mic that I used to record this video, and I use the headset I used to record this video, so this isn't necessary. I would for Gabe, there is zero use case scenario for this.
Well, for Jake, I don't think in the past decade I have ever used a system's voice chat feature. Like you said, it's either Skype or Discord or FaceTime or something else if I want to communicate while I'm playing with friends. Like, so again, it's not a huge issue for most people, but it is weird that like they did put in effort to make this headset and it comes out looking kind of crappy.
Yeah, I don't think there's any issue in terms of, or very little issue for most people and disrupting their playstyle. I agree with you guys. Like, I don't ever really use traditional in-game chat. I use some sort of external chat to communicate with my friends. And in general, like, Nintendo is more about you playing with your friends versus, like, entering a lobby and dealing with the chaos that's in Call of Duty or in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and just hearing all of that mess. So, like, from most people's style of play, I don't think this is going to have a whole lot of impact. The issue is just perception-wise, and for those more solo gamers that do want to just jump in and trash talk or do want to just jump in and hear what's happening, this is an off-putting thing. And I think even if it doesn't physically, like okay, the negative potential implications of this don't physically manifest in most people's gaming. It just puts a bad image in non-Nintendo fans' heads.
Do we even know if there is going to be like where you can just chat to anyone? Because I read an article where
we know you cannot.
That
they're not. Yeah, they don't want to.
So it's only you're chatting with your friends, anyways.
Yeah. See, so then this brings up, why do we even need to wait for the Nintendo app? Why can't you just use Discord on your phone right now? Like,
well, I think invites is what you're hoping that the app can do.
Right.
Yeah, sure. But I'm talking.
The discussion was that the app would help you group up and then invite and go from game to game.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm talking specifically for voice chat. Like, there's zero incentive like to do this.
I guess just to have one app open to have the invites and your friends list and
no, yeah, and I think the other thing is we run everything through computers, and we're used to dealing with people that run everything through computers, including our consoles. But if you're sitting at your TV, or if you're playing Switch handheld, you're gonna have to use your phone. So I think they're just looking to provide
Discord's a phone
dedicated.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could just do that. That's my only point. The other thing I wanted to bring up was. This is not a Nintendo made product. This is made by Hori. So do we think that Nintendo makes a more hopefully elegant solution or
they're like, here, Hori, you try, and if it gets horrible reception, we'll refine it later.
Yeah, well, I think headphone wise, they can make a better like headset, but I don't know what you can do differently cabling wise.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that like
longer
Bluetooth
cables
is probably not a thing. Yeah, longer cables would be great. Man, but do you remember like those Astro like headsets? Those cables are like really long. There was this other headset company. Well, it started with a T, like Triton. I don't remember.
Triton and Turtle Beach.
Yeah, things like that. Those cables are so long and they're like so terrible. I would like roll my chair over them constantly. I ended up like messing up. So yeah, this isn't great. But you know it's Hori making it, not Nintendo, so we can't put too much of the blame on them. But Jake said this like earlier off air, like. They had to like okay this at the very least.
Yeah,
it's using like Splatoon imagery and it's
for me. It's just the conceptual nature of it that's a little odd. Again, they want your phone and your Switch to be very close together, and I don't know. I'm guessing they perceive this as, hey, like what a great way that you can integrate your friend's voice chat and the game audio and don't have to worry about whatever. But the frustrating part is that happens naturally on every other console, and I think. You know, this is the fallout of the previous decision of having the friends area and the voice chat being detached from the system, and now we're just seeing it put into practice. But in theory, like, you could have had this frustration months ago when Reggie discussed how online would work. We just, I guess, didn't think it all the way through. Because, again, this is not a new... They're not 180ing on anything. They're not changing anything up. This is exactly what they told us it would be.
Yeah, but overall, disappointing.
Yeah, not the biggest fan. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of this headset setup, and tell us if it's going to be a problem for you, or if you don't mind. If you're like, hey, I'm going to be talking to my friends either in the room or over Discord, over Skype, through some other third-party app, or if you don't even care, hey, it's fine. If I don't even need a headset, I'll just have my audio for my friends and my Switch audio separately. If you use a computer to integrate everything, it's probably easy. Or are you just bummed that they are not seeming like a 2017 online infrastructure with this sort of design? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We are curious. I think ultimately it's not going to affect anything all that much. It's more of a mentality thing that keeps some non-Nintendo fans very skeptical. But we'll see how it pans out as we move closer to E3 and that online announcement. Until that time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you are pumped for E3. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest, from strange cabling to Switch games. And until then, thanks again. For myself, Jake, and Gabe, SwitchForce out.